Welcome back to my channel. Today it's all about my empties, that's wax melts and candles for all of the month of January. And so we're going to do it a little bit different than I normally do. Usually I do like a mid-month melts review, like how I did it the first 2 weeks, and then I do another one at the end, and then I do a complete one all together at the very end of the month. But because I'm doing that low buy collab, the wax melt challenge, it's fine. It's kind of changed my system up a little bit and the way I'm doing things right now. So for month of January and February, I'm only going to bring you guys the empties. That's it for one time a month. So it's going to be a big video. So sit back and relax. But before we get started, I'm going to tell you what is on my nails, and it looks very black in this video right here, right now. But I promise you it is a blurple. It's like, well, brown, purple, I don't know, brown and purple. Basically, this is from Essie in Smokin' Hot. I love this color. I've had it for a little bit. I enjoy wearing this particular color in the winter as well. So that's what I have all over my nails. Okay, so as I always state, I burn candles more often in the winter because I really enjoy the ambiance. So we have some real winners here and we have some losers here. So let's start off with a loser. So first up, I'm going to talk about my very last candle from Aveda, which is a beautiful salon spa place. I enjoy their hair care products. A lot of hair care products in, I want to say 2020 is when I really started noticing them. A lot of hair care products that I love, like Aveda, Moroccan oil, things like that. They started coming out with candles. Maybe it's because people just couldn't go to the salon. I'm not sure. But anyway, I did buy this one, which is the Shampure scent for calming perfume aroma. Now it is supposed to smell like the Shampure line and range of Aveda, and a lot of those are very spa-like, very, very calming, that kind of thing, just sort of how it states here. I didn't like this candle. This is the second one of the two that I did purchase. I didn't enjoy the first one. I got 0 throw on this one, and look at the wicks are really ropey. That is the wick right there, and it kind of curved on itself there. I blew it out towards the end just because I've had enough. This was an off-white colored wax, but now it's very caramelized with the sitting. There's a little bit of sitting. I will say there's not a lot here, but it is a cylindrical jar. It's the same size across all the way from the top to the bottom. I just wouldn't purchase this again because it's an expensive candle, and for the amount of throw that I got from this, or the lack thereof, was horrible. And I believe I got the rosemary mint fragranced candle, the first one, and I felt the same way. So a total fail on these ones for sure. One that was almost a total fail, it was the second half, as per usual in Bath & Body Works style, of course. I had a great burn from the first half. It was the second half that did me dirty. This here is the candle in the scent Peppermint Sugar Cookie, and the scent notes read, crushed peppermint, creamy butter, soft sugar cookies. Like I said, great the first half, really enjoyed it. It was the second half where it just got disgusting. I actually probably could have burnt this a little bit longer. I did just end it. I got kerosene. I got the dark, I always say darkness. When I get kerosene, I just feel it's heavy and dark. It's taking away from everything. Now, I generally have this issue with Bath & Body Works vanilla-based candles. I've always had this issue, whether it just be the sugar cookie or a vanilla bean candle. They always do that to me. It's every single one, and no matter what year it comes out. So maybe it's something to do with vanilla itself, but it was definitely compromised, and you can sort of see the burns, the lines here where I burned, a little tiny bit of sitting, but again, that's not bad at all. But this is, you guys, this is where I get frustrated with Bath & Body Works, because I have a great time with these for the first half, and the second half just go gross. So it was definitely a fail for me. Next up, we have Raspberry Mimosa, which I did pick this one up specifically for my husband Nelson because he loves anything raspberry. And this one is described as sweet raspberries, rosé sorbet, and a splash of champagne. And this was really lovely. You can see the little schmutz that I ordered these online, so it had a little bit of schmutz on the lid. But oh my god, you guys, look, this is the case in point from exactly what I just finished talking to you about. Again, when it comes to sitting, there's actually not that much. There's just a tiny little bit of sitting right here, but look at this. You can see this, like the sooting that went back into the candle at the halfway mark. Again, halfway down. first part was brilliant. It was beautiful. It smelled gorgeous. And the halfway and down, and again, this is one of those candles that I actually blew out and did not finish because I was tapped out and I can't anymore. I just can't handle that anymore. So again, very sad to say that their big, thick, ropey candled ones seem to be just horrible for burns. I am restoring my faith in candles, but not from the brand Bath & Body Works. So anyway, you guys, this was a fail for me. It again did great the first half, the second half, not so good. Definitely a sugary raspberry mimosa though. It was gorgeous to start with. So here's one that I was so about at the first half and then actually started to like it more in the second half, which is very odd. The burn on this one was pretty good. You can sort of see I had a similar issue again, just below the halfway mark, where it gets really sooty and gross, and you can sort of see it's like a tree. You can count the years on the rings. Well, you can count how many burns I did. So it's not like I burnt these for an extremely long periods of time, but there is levels of soot in here that was really gross. But this one did not give me the kerosene scent. And I don't know if you guys can tell, it's really hard because of my lighting, but these wicks, it actually self-extinguished. It is down to past the little wick holder. So it actually, I burned it until the last drop basically, as it allowed me. So I like this one better the second half. So I forgot to mention, this is blackberry and basil. I love this one in the hand soap as well. This is described as fresh blackberries, sparkling champagne, and basil. And I do, like I said, the soap in this scent was my favorite. So when I saw this available as a candle, I was like, woohoo, yeah. And I liked it, but I liked it a little bit more in the second half. And it did work out better than these ones. And there is no sooting along the edges. There's no black trail, except for obviously a few layers in here, but otherwise not so bad. To a candle that I oh so adore when we have our fake or faux tree up. I love burning this one as one of 2 candles that are burning in my great room. I do enjoy burning this fresh balsam alongside of another rich gourmand or fruity like cranberry scent candle along with it, because I just love the fact that it just makes me feel like our tree is a little bit less faux. But fresh balsam is definitely a favorite of mine each year. I just get one every year because that's enough for me to just burn off and on. It did really well. It did self-extinguish, and there's only just a tiny little bit of sitting that you see right here. Not a whole lot. It did very well, and like I say, self-extinguished. So this is definitely a candle that I would definitely purchase and have in the past, but I will definitely purchase this again in the future. I really love this one for right at Christmas time. Up next, it was a gift. This is from my friend Ava. This is from the Magnolia Home, the 3-ounce bloom candle. It's made with soy wax, and she sent this with a beautiful care package. And I had this burning in our bathroom, and I really enjoyed it. Now, the scent throw is not high, but for a small bathroom, it did not so bad. That has just a nice little print along the side. It is a metal tin, great for traveling. It was very secure, like, you know, you really have to pull on this to get it open. So this is quite nice for travel if you are going to a hotel room or something like that. I really enjoyed this, and this was a very lovely gift from my friend Ava, so thank you so much, Ava. Okay, so now we come to of all the candles, my pièce de résistance, the latest one to make my empties video here. This is from Nest. I will try to remember to link the video above here of my review on this candle. I did a sole review of this candle, which was probably my first solo candle review in like 2+ years. I used to do that all the time, and then I just kind of got out of it. So this was my first Nest candle I ever burned, and I love it. And just taking it out of the box right now, the scent is so amazing and still strong and true to the scent called linen. Linen is described as a crisp linen accord, which is combined with white orchid, apple blossom, and the essence of summer breeze. And it's just beautiful, you guys. If you are freshies, please look into this candle. They have sales on their website. They are at Sephora, so if Sephora has a sale, gosh knows, you guys know I'm going to be probably adding to cart. Plus, I was just informed by someone locally here, it's very selective, but if you have like a posher, like Shoppers Drug Mart in your area, if you're Canadian, apparently these guys, Shoppers Drug Marts, not all of them, just the really high-end ones, will sell Nest fragrances, so use your points. It could be a free candle. It is a pricier candle, but after burning this and after that video, I told you guys I would purchase this in a heartbeat, because this, yes, it has sooting. It's more narrow at the base and fuller at the top, so it should probably not soot as much, but It didn't give me puny wicks. It didn't have a kerosene scent, and the color of the wax is the same through and through. The only thing is that it does soot, but if you want to reuse this jar, which is very handsome, you just have to wipe that down, pop that wax out, and so on. You guys, I can't stress enough, if you if you're like me and you're really getting over the whole after 50%, you just go to waste. I feel like, yes, these are more expensive, but I got to use this for 50 to like actually closer to 60-hour burn time for this. And I didn't have any issues. And this one little candle, it's only 8.1 ounces. You could smell it in my whole condo. So you guys, I would highly suggest, if you can get that on the point system at Shoppers Drug Mart, if you go into Sephora when they have a sale, give these ones a try. And if you have tried Nest candles before, tell me below which ones are your favorite, because I have my eye on the apricot black tea. I really think that sounds really good too. Anyway, you guys, that is my favorite candle of the whole month of January that I burned. Okay, so up next, we're just gonna fly through these because, to be honest with you, this is going to be a very long video. And so I'm also gonna link the video I did about the collab that I'm a part of in the months of January and February. Each week we have a theme. So far we've done all sorts of different things, like theme-wise, but one of the weeks, which I'll show you shortly here, was a tough week for me because these were supposed to be risky melts. So things that you don't like or you're not sure of or what have you, and I definitely have some thoughts on those. So first off, I finished this off at the beginning of January. This is iced winter cranberry. I took this on my trip, melted it in December, and just finished it off in July. This is a fan favorite of everyone's. I love it. I still have more. It does say limited edition kind of scratched in there. I believe they just bring this out this past winter, but if you see it next year, definitely grab it if it goes on sale for you in the States, because again, Better Homes and Gardens, we don't have that here in Canada. But if you do see this in the States on sale, definitely give it a sniff, but it's worth it. It's a great scent. Then up next, I have two from Sensationals. We have Vanilla Pine and then Family Remembrance. I'm not even gonna say the name. So Vanilla Pine was beautiful. 1 cube in each of my small warmer in the bathrooms. That's what I would do for these ones. It's beautiful. It was a perfect balance of vanilla and pine, and I do have a backup. And I did find this one in Canada. So yes, it's Sensationals, but I did find it in Canada. We don't have as many choices in wax selection as my American friends and family out there. This one here was very lovely. It's almost like a floral honey kind of scent. It's very sweet. I did use 2 cubes in the bedroom warmer, so I used it 3 different times, and I really enjoyed this one. It was new to me back in the early fall, so I know that this came out in the US a long time ago, but this I did pick up in a Walmart store in Canada. Okay, you guys, now we're going to talk about candle, and I always have the discount code down below for the Candle Daddy Candle Company. So we have a few things. This one wasn't on the risky week, but I still melted it on. It's WAP, or warm apple pie. It was beautiful, just a very standard, very typical apple pie, but it was lovely. I got the crust, I got the apple, I got the little spices in there, but not too many spices. And it was a really lovely melt. And I would use 2 melts in each of the warmers in the great room. So there's that one. Now, with that said, the Candle Daddy also, because I was gifted, thank you again to the Candle Daddy, but I was gifted a lot of fragrances from them, like wax melts and some candles. I have since gone through all the candles, but the wax melts, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. These were all part of the risky week. So we have skid marks, also known as tire smell. We have just plain dirt. And then this one here is high octane fuel for very expensive cars. So anyway, so I said to my husband, that whole week, he's like, what do you have melting? And I'm like, don't forget it's risky week. I have, he's like, why? But there is some interesting points to make about these. The high octane wasn't as bad as I thought it might when it would warm. It was actually, I don't even know what to say. It was really not that memorable, I guess. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but yet I didn't even know what to put my finger on, like what scent type it was. So there's that one, high octane. And then there's dirt, which a lot of people use dirt and use rosemary mint for a lot of migraine techniques to help people with their headaches or migraines. But I was risky and I just melted the dirt. So this wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Again, I quite like this. I would definitely, if it wasn't the risky week, I would have just mixed this with something else, but I did enjoy this one. And then this one, you guys, this is the one that we have to talk about. So skid marks is supposed to be tire smell, but it smelled like the richest, leather store, like real leather store I have ever smelled. Like walking into a leather, I don't even know what that's called. If you know what that's called, let me know. Like a leather emporium where everything's chaps. You've got jackets and gloves and vests and everything in there is leather. That's what this smelled like, and it wasn't that bad. So it surprised both of us, because even Nelson was like, well, what's that? And I said, it's supposed to be tire smell, but it smells like leather, doesn't it? And he said, yeah, it does. And that, for Nelson, that says a lot, because that guy does not have a good sniffer. And he self-admittedly says that. So with that said, it actually was a very pleasant surprise to actually enjoy Skidmark more than I thought. So Risky Week wasn't as risky as I thought it was going to be. All right, moving on, guys, we have some super tarts to talk about. A lot of these are ones I've melted before. So this one here is Yippee-Ki-Yay, and it's described as iced sugar cookies and pine needles. Love this one. Melted on Christmas every day. Melt this one on Christmas every year. So I took this home with me, but not only that, I brought some home and just melted it at the very beginning of January. I'm one of those people who has to like finish a clam. Like, I can't just have one piece. It's like coloring. I was always like, I finish the drawing, I color, and then I move on to the other one. That's just how I am. I mean, I'm sure it's OCD of some kind, but next one up is Bishop. These are all repurchases. This is Peppermint Twist, Vanilla Bean Cookies, and Driftwood Musk. Lovely scent. I love these types of scents for the month of January, because we're so heavily gourmand or sweet in the fall and into the Christmas season, that in January I feel like Bishop and things like that with the peppermint just bring a nice change to your nose and your space. So up next is Minerva, which is pink sugar and laundry, also from Super Tarts, just a different packaging. This is my all-time favorite laundry type scent from anybody. It is a very simple blend. It's pink sugar and laundry. Lots of vendors do it, but the way I found this blend was through Super Tarts, and I absolutely adore it. So it's so strong, you guys. You could probably leave one little cube in melting in your space for like a week and it'd still be available. You can still smell it. And the last one from Super Tarts is Amity Island, and that one is described as sea salt, ozone, seagrass, plum, pear, rosemary, and fresh mint. Beautiful, one little cube in each of the warmers in our bathroom. I love these types of blends in the bathroom. This Amity Island is from the Jaws blend, if you're not familiar. Jaws is actually sea salt, ozone, seagrass, plum, and pear. And then all the little flankers, I guess, if you will, like Amity Island, have just a little something extra on top of all that. So this one's rosemary and fresh mint, and others. There's so many different combos. But this scent is beautiful in the bathroom. I have a lot of it coming to me soon. Maybe not Amity Island. I can't wait till Wax Wednesday gets here. I am excited. I have a couple different melts here from Destination Wax in their scent shot cups. Now, these are the scent shot cups I wished Zape put their coffee samplers in. I'm just gonna put that disclaimer out there. I had real troubles, and I feel like I'm gonna have to put each of those little scent shots in its own little bag that I have already, but because the lids were just so flimsy. Anyway, so we have Destination Wax, Beach Bonfire, and Scottish Shortbread. We'll start with Scottish Shortbread. I just melted this the other day. It's absolutely beautiful. If you love a shortbread, if you're Scottish like I am, you will probably love this. There's just that beautiful, just ever so slight sweetness to it, but mostly it's the bakery butteriness of this particular wax melt that I enjoy the most. And then the next one here was Beach Bonfire. This was actually put in my the risky week, but it wasn't as risky as I thought it was going to be. I think when I first got this was so powerful. Like, not to say that took away from, like, nothing happened to it, or maybe I'm just remembering totally different, but this wasn't so bad. This is described as salty sea air, sweet marshmallows, and smoldering ambers. And I remember when I first got this, I thought it was like I stuck my head in a, like, obviously campfire's out, but like the leftover campfire smell. But I'm happy to report that this was pleasant. It's not the same as Marshmallow Fireside, but it's a very similar scent to it. Surprisingly, my risky week really wasn't so bad. So that is Beach Bonfire from Destination Wax. Okay, so now we're gonna just talk about some one-offs from vendors here in the clamshell form. We have Zape's Flat White, which is probably my #1 favorite coffee blend from Zape that I've tried, and I do have the coffee sampler. I've just put them to the side, giving them some time to cure. So this is Flat White Espresso and Vanilla Cream. I brought this with me to the Okanagan with my family. My mom, that's the first one she wanted me to melt. So that's saying something, because my mom doesn't really dabble in this stuff very often. But she really loved it. And like I said, it is my favorite one from Zape in the coffee the coffee family. Then of course I also brought this on the trip, Elf's Morning Blend, and I did finish this off here in Nova Scotia. This is described as coffee, candy cane, chocolate, marshmallow, and peppermint. Again, one of my top favorite coffee blends from any vendor. Just awesome. A really nice, unique twist on coffee. I'll always get that one from the Bathing Garden. And I also brought this one for our trip to the Okanagan as well over Christmas. My mom didn't like this one on cold. She didn't realize I had popped this particular one in the melter that particular morning, and I did use half of the melt. And she's like, "Ooh, that smells really good." So I'm like, "Oh, interesting." So she didn't really enjoy it on cold sniff, but really enjoyed it when it was warmed up. I quite liked it, so I would definitely consider purchasing this one again in the future. Again, that snow-covered apple. All right, we got a lot of bags. We're just gonna fly through these. If I didn't like something, I'll tell you. Rainbow Melts throws super well for me, super strong. I cut a lot of these shapes up into smaller sizes so it lasts longer because I get such a good throw from it. So again, we'll just fly through these bagged items. Snow Angel, strawberry and icy peppermint cotton candy. I loved it. Then we have Wizard, Sweater Weather, cranberry and oak forest. Beautiful. Oops. And then we have Red Nose, one of my favorites. This is one of my top favorites. Tart cranberries and glowing ginger ale. Then Take a Break, espresso, fresh baked blueberry muffins. This was one of the ones on my risky week because of the blueberry. I still don't like blueberry. That has not changed. Christmas Hearth, orange spice, pine, and fireplace. That was a very interesting blend. I don't know if I would purchase that one. All Spruced Up, blue spruce, flannel sheets, and vanilla musk. Beautiful. Don't Stop Believing, Christmas tree, sugar plum berries, and vanilla bean Noel. Very nice. Sweater, or warm sweater, warm vanilla sugar, brown sugar fig, and clean cotton. Love this one. And sweet Amish bread and pumpkin with Starbucks coffee. Very lovely. On to some Zape. I just went through a couple bagged items. We have Elf cookies. This was super sweet. If you love that, well, like I do, if you love a nice sugary sweet scent, this is Elf cookies, sugar cookie dough, almond macaroons, vanilla buttercream frosting. This is really yummy. And Scary Movie, which was on my risky week because the popcorn note on it, it was actually not bad. So butter popcorn, candy corn, and candied apple. So I was impressed with that one. A couple little things here from the Bathing Gardens. We have Pucker. I can't remember. I think I like this one. I think it was, oh, I know, this is the lemon one. Yes, it's your basic lemon vanilla, but I really did enjoy that one. And Sleepy, which is one of my all-time favorites. If I find this in clamshell in the future, I normally buy like 4 or 5 of them because Sleepy is just gorgeous. It's like a peppermint, lavender, beautiful. I put this one specifically in our bedroom. We're almost done, guys. We have Destination Wax, Cranberry Balsam, which I'm actually melting the last 2 little cubes, if you will, of this one. This is Fir Balsam, spiced cranberries, apples, oranges, and grapefruit. Really lovely. I love a cranberry in the winter season, probably from the end of November onwards. February is kind of when I would probably consider taking that away from the melting basket, but I do love that one. And this one here is Bonfire. This was also scary. Autumn Walk Sweetened with Bonfire Bliss. No, I didn't like that one. So you guys, I'm gonna bring forward the last 2 items. I finished 2 bags of chopped wax. This one here was a chopped up candle in spiced apple toddy. I love this scent, and it takes a while. Like, it's 14.5 ounces. I cut up, put it into a bakery bag, took the label off, put it on. I'll try to link one of my latest videos of what I do in this particular case. But you guys, this is wonderful. And I loved the Art Deco type style and the like fuzzy sticker on there at the label. Really enjoyed this one. I would definitely get this one again in the future. And the last item that I have to share with you guys is actually from the Bathing Garden called Sleigh Bells. And it was a big, big medallion that I cut up. It was like over 8 ounces. This one is sugar dusted pines, orange peppermint, clove, and apple. I cut this medallion up into lots of small pieces. I use this specifically in our bedroom. I absolutely enjoyed it. I would definitely consider purchasing that one in the future. And guys, that's it. Look at that. Ooh. Anyway, you guys, that's everything. That was a lot. Thanks for sticking with it. The next one for February, I'm not doing a February melting basket because I've already kind of shown you guys what I've got to melt. But I will do a February empties like this one. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already down below, and we'll see you next time. As always, you guys, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.